Alright guys, what's going on? My name is Christian and welcome to another video. Before I start today's video though, can we aim for, let's say, alright, 6 likes? If we can hit 6 likes, that would seriously make my entire century. And don't forget to leave a comment, tell me about similar experiences or questions you have for me. I love reading each and every one of your comments. Best part of my day, I promise you that. So anyway, in this particular story, as you can tell by the title, it's my first time inning out a girl. Now, I was gonna save this one for a special occasion, and who knows when this one's coming out, but I feel like I just want to make it, and so I'm gonna make it, and whenever I post it is when I post it. But anyway, this girl in this story, I was dating her for not too long. We weren't dating a while. Not even really gonna get into that, but me and this girl were dating. I didn't do this outside of a relationship. Mostly when I do stuff with a girl, it's usually like within a relationship, so that way it's like I'm not just doing stuff with random chicks, because I don't know, like that's fun every once in a while, but doing that like all the time like really isn't my thing. So this girl was pretty cute. We started talking just through school. Like it wasn't one of those weird like online stories or anything. Like we just started talking through school, ended up dating, and at the point that this story happened, the two of us were like pretty comfortable with each other. We had seen each other naked, like we had done just about everything together outside of sex and like oral stuff. So this was on a Thursday, I want to say, and she had just come home from basketball, and on Thursdays, that's like our last day of school for the week, right? So she had planned to stay over till midnight because she could drive and her parents were cool with it, and her parents like really liked me. Like just a little side note, like if you want to go places with a girl, make sure her parents like you. Like that's like a super important thing. Anyway, so like I said, we were watching a movie, like we just turned something on Netflix. Like we hardly ever watched what was actually on. We'd mostly just like make out and like cuddle and like spoon, whatever it was. And on this particular day, she was like pretty turned on. Like I don't know what it was. I gave her a glass of water and maybe there was like some horny stuff in the water. Like I don't know, because I was turned on too, but I'm usually not turned on until the other, like the girl is. But on this particular one, we just started kissing, going at it, and one thing led to the next, and her hands down there, my hands down there, we're kind of going at it, and then she sort of takes my pants off, right, to get the full thing going. And so I'm sitting there like, hey, do you want to like do something a step more? Because like she had given me a ton of hand jobs at this point. And so for me, I was like, what if you maybe like sucked it? And she was like, do you want me to? And I was like, yeah, obviously. And so she was like, okay. And I was not expecting that. Like, let me just say, I wasn't expecting it. But she just went for it. And I had already had my first blowjob at this point. So this was not the first time, but she just goes for it. She's kind of going hard, right? And I would say this time I had gotten better at lasting a bit longer. So it lasted probably about like 10 minutes or so. And this girl, it was pretty cool because she let me finish in her mouth. So not all girls have let me do that. But yeah, so I finish up and I pull my pants up and everything. And let me just say, like the full time she was going at it, she was positioned so, like I could like finger her while she was doing this and everything. But after that, she kind of looks up at me. And she sits next to me and she's like, why don't you return the favor? And I'm just like, what do you mean? Like, I'm already fingering you and everything, because I knew what she meant, but I wasn't about to say it. And she's like, why don't you do to me what I just did to you? And I'm like, do you want me to eat you out? And she was just like, yeah, like, why not? Like, I just did that basically for you. And I was like, but it's like all warm and like gushy and wet down there. Like a dick's just a dick. And she was like, you don't have to if you don't want to. And I was like, I totally have to. Like I'm thinking in my head, like, oh, I kind of have no choice. And so I'm like, all right, I'll do it. And let me just say, like, I was deathly afraid of this. Like I wanted to wait for this. I did not want this to happen sooner. I wanted to happen later. She kind of pulls down her pants, right? And her tits were already out at this point. But I go down there and I sit there, right? So I lay on my stomach on the bed and she's just sitting up against the wall. And I'm just sitting there like, oh, do I like really want to do this? And like, honestly, she was like, you don't have to if you don't want to. And so I'm sitting there for like a minute and I just put my tongue out and I go for it, right? And let me just say, the taste was disgusting. And I don't know if it was because she had just gotten back from basketball practice. Like, that probably didn't help, but like, it didn't taste good at all. Like, it was like basically the smell of dog chow is what it tasted like. But I'm going hard, right? I'm putting my tongue around up in there, and she's kind of like moaning and everything. And I am like the opposite of turned on right now, right? My dick has like crawled back to the depths of my stomach, and I'm just trying to get this over with, and she's like holding her tits and everything, and I'm just going and going and going. I want to say I'm down there for like 10 minutes, and something you don't realize is it's hard to breathe when you're down there. Like, you have to come out, take some breaths, go in again, take some breaths. Like, it is not just like go, 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 go. I don't know if it's because I'm bad at like breathing out of my nose, but I had to like stop and take breaths, and I was going hard, like, because what you do is you kind of just like move your tongue around and stuff like that. And I want to say about like 20, maybe 30 minutes. I couldn't even tell you how long it was. She finally finishes, like her legs closed together and everything. And I'm like, was that good? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, I really have to use the bathroom. So I go to the bathroom and I rinse my mouth out. I kid you not. I put so much mouthwash in my mouth. I kept going gargling and putting it out. And I had turned the fan on so she couldn't like hear me doing this. And I put my mouth like under the sink because the aftertaste just wouldn't go away. And I finally did get it to go away after doing a ton of mouthwash. And it was just like, I don't know, it was just not a pleasant experience. But I guess I was good, like she enjoyed it. But it was seriously like eating like just dog meat. It was terrible. But I ended up just going to the bathroom and flushing the toilet and then coming out, and she was like, you did a good job, like thank you. And I was like, yeah, that was great. And that was about it. And we kind of just went back to watching the movie, or started watching the movie, I guess. But anyway, if anything like this has happened to you guys, tell me about it in the comment section below. Smack that like button. I forgot, what, 6 likes today? I don't know. But thank you guys so much for watching. I love each and every one of you, and peace.